Good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories. Ooh, I sound horrible. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. You know what they always say, the show must go on, with or without my voice. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what happened. But I will say this. Everybody, almost everybody that I know, they all have a home remedy that they think will get rid of the cold, right? Everybody has a home remedy. You should take this. Cut up some ginger and make you some ginger tea. Okay. Let's see, what are the other ones? Um, any type of tea, you put lemon and honey in it. Okay. All right. I hear that. Okay. And guess what? None of them work. The only thing that works is sleep. That's the only thing that will get rid of a cold. So when I get through doing this show tonight, I'm already wearing my stocking cap. So I will go straight to bed. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes too. Let's kick it off with Angela Bofield. And I'm on your side on Bedtime Stories. Uh, hey, Veronica. You didn't think I could see you, but I can see you. Ooh, drink you some tea with some honey and lemon in it. Ooh, cut up some ginger and make a ginger tea. It's gonna be nasty. You gotta take the ginger root and cut it up and let it steep and pour water over it and pour it into strain it and pour it into a cup. Like, don't they have some already ready in the tea bag or something? Oh well. Like I said, everybody has a remedy, but none of it works. None of that stuff works. Carl Dobbins, what's going on, sir? So by the end of the week, I should have my voice back by New Year's Eve. Because that's usually how long it takes. Whenever I get a cold, I'm like, please don't let me lose my voice. Don't let me lose my voice. Oh, thanks. But I am thankful to still be here. Um, I really am. I really and truly am. When I say I've been in the bed since Friday night, they sent me home early from Williams and Pizza. Um, we shut down at about 10:30 on Friday. Nobody was there. I said, DJ, you could go home. Thanks. But my name is not DJ, but that's okay. You all are idiots, and I understand, Creatures of habit. They hear other people call you DJ, so they just, care not to learn your name. So if I start calling people out of their name, they'd be like, why you call me that? I don't know. Why you call me DJ? You know, skinny, funny looking gay boy. Then they'd be mad. They're like, ooh, you know. You know. And my thing is, if I say, hey, gay boy, the whole staff will probably turn around. Hey, gay boy, like, who? Is he talking to me, honey? Is he talking to me? Is the DJ talking to me? So I just don't say anything. Like, okay, I'll just be DJ for you. Black is the worst way. Well, hello there. Stupid, here we go again. Here we go again. I don't feel like playing tonight, okay? I'll just turn my phone off the whole time that I'm on the air. We don't have to go through this tonight. All that crazy ninja stuff. We I'm not feeling that tonight. So that's how we gonna do that. So go somewhere and go screw yourself. We ain't doing that tonight. Nope. We ain't doing that tonight. And we'll just keep doing that all night. Yep. We'll just do that tonight. Yep, I'm a stupid nigger. You're right. I'll be that tonight. I'm still not answering the damn phone, okay? Go yourself, okay? Happy New Year. We ain't doing that tonight. Do that to somebody else. I don't care. You can say what you want to say. I don't feel good tonight. I don't feel like playing tonight, okay? Go play with somebody else, okay? Go play with yourself. I'm not doing that tonight, okay? Happy New Year. So you can call the phone all night. It's off. People who know me personally, they know how to contact me. So, hello, Moto. So go screw yourself, okay? All right. Have a nice day. I have a cold. I've lost my voice. I don't feel like playing Nazism tonight. Nazi Yahtzee tonight. We ain't doing that. No, it's still on there. Yep. Yep. Like I said, you can call all night long. We ain't doing that. Yeah, you're right. I'll agree with you tonight, whatever you say. It ain't gonna bother me though. It ain't gonna bother me. Like I said, is that the geek? No, that's them on the full caffeinated. Mm. Ooh, excuse me. No, we're not playing that goofy stuff tonight. Go somewhere and sit on a hot hibachi, okay? Peace out. Yep. We'll sit on a hot hibachi. Nope. Turn this off. I know, right? We're bigger than that. Yeah, we are. Yep. I guess you never heard of the group The Masons. You know, keep playing and you will. You'll find out. They're all over the country. Keep playing. Okay? Just letting you know. I ain't threatening you or nothing. Anyway, we ain't gonna worry about that. So, DJ Carl Dobbins, what's going on, sir? No, we ain't gonna let these fruitcakes bother us tonight. All right. Allison Williams and just call my name and I'll come running, baby. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. If you just tuned in, yes, I sound kind of funny tonight. Yes, I do. I have a cold, but like we say in show business, the show must go on, and we will do that. So, DJ Carl Dobbin said, you're sick and you're on the air. You should be resting. You've had a full cup of caffeine. Sir, I just woke up. I'm sorry. I got off at 6, got home at 6:30, went to sleep. I've had a nap. But thank you. I appreciate your concern. Cat like Jenny, what's going on, sweetheart? Yep, from the 79, from the 9. All right. Thank you for checking into me on Bedtime Stories. I had to shut down, what was the other one? Twitch. Idiots on Twitch, I tell you. You know, I keep telling them, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong person. I'll be in traced it and you'll be like, who's that at the door? Remember they got Bin Laden, okay? We don't even play about that. Here's Glenn Jones. Bring your love back home, baby. Bring back your love. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to DJ Carl Dobbins and Jenny. Thanks for checking in to Bedtime Stories. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Jen. Right. Girl. Yeah, we ain't gonna let nobody bother us tonight. This is tea, by the way, DJ Carl Dobbins. It's green tea with honey and lemon, decaffeinated even. Exit stays right. Decaffeinated even. You're welcome, Jen. Mm-mm. But since I got a few people on here, um, I will say this. Like I said it earlier, they sent me home early. Did you say drink some lunch? Yes, with ginger. Yeah. Sent me home early on Friday. I went to sleep. I slept all day. When I say I slept all day Saturday, I slept from Friday night to Saturday afternoon. That's how tired I was. That's how much the cold had gotten me. Um, Troy, I'm not gonna let you bother me either. Your boys had already got somebody sent to their crib, so you know we got peoples in Florida too. Don't even worry about it. Slept all day Saturday. Woke up Sunday morning. I said, well, maybe I'll be okay to go to church. I couldn't get up. Now, on top of that, um, it was cold in my apartment. I mean, when I say it was cold, it was, yeah. The heat didn't come on until Monday morning. So the whole weekend, I slept in this room. I took some pillows off of my couch and I laid them out on this floor. I pushed this chair all the way in and I got some of the best sleep ever on the floor. Reminded me when I first moved in. And I just laid here. I laid here until Sunday afternoon around, I don't even remember what time it was. I'll remember if I go to my text messages because I text a certain person. I'm not gonna say who they are. I said I need some Theraflu. Instead of getting a text back, I got a phone call back. Why didn't you this and why didn't you that and why did you wait this long? I'm like, I had to muster up enough strength to just dial the phone or text. It was that bad. I was barely making it to the bathroom, and the bathroom is like right there. So I made it. So I made it to the bathroom, and that was good enough for me. I made it to the bathroom, but it was touch and go there for a minute. Um, Sunday, I got a call. I text because I played for two churches. I played drums in two churches. So the first church I text, I said, I'm not going to be able to make it to church. What does he do? He calls right up the street and this, that, and the other. I'm like, you don't get it. I'm not coming out of this house for church or nothing. Unless Jesus is going to be there personally, I'm not coming to church. I'm not leaving this house. You driving? No. I'll send you an Uber. No, I'm not coming to church today. No. Unless God and Jesus are going to be there together, I'm not coming. No. If you can assure me that they're going to be there, not in the spirit, but in the flesh, then I'll be there. Well, maybe you need to go to the emergency room. I said, I don't have a cold. I don't have COVID. I don't have the flu. I have a common everyday cold. That's it. That's all. I'm going back to bed. Well, you should consider going to okay, I'll consider going to the emergency room. I'm not going to St. Bernard's. Like I was saying, I am not going to St. Bernard's only to stay there until tomorrow, only for them to tell me, sir, you have a cold. Just go home and take some elderberry or some cinnamon or some, what is that? Ginger, drink some ginger ale and go home. And that's it. Glow said, you stubborn anyway. Shut up, baby mama. But yeah, I'm getting better. But those, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was on the floor. I could not get up except to go to the bathroom. It was that bad. Every time I would try to stand up, my legs would just, And once I stood up, what's up, Ken? Once I stood up, I lost my balance. Almost knocked my sign down off the wall. So, of course, green tea and cognac. Oh, okay. I can't drink dark liquor, so it has to be a tequila. So when I get through with that tea, it's going to be tequila. But, everybody got their little remedy. Green tea, what is it? And the only thing that worked was garlic. Teaspoon of hard head. What? Whatever. You better be glad you're in Vegas. I would knock you out. And you'd like it. You'd like the way I knock you out. You'd be like, baby, why you doing me like that? I'm still wearing your name. I know somebody will be singing that. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. Yes, I have a bit of a cold. Yeah. Don't tell nobody though. I want them to think that I sound like this all the time. Anyway, hello to my baby mama, Glow Ada. What's going on, Glow? Also to Ken Watlington. Like I said earlier, excuse me. Oh, that's a little bit better. Everybody has an idea of what a remedy is. And most of those remedies include alcohol. Uh, yes, you need a shot of Jack Daniels. You need a shot of cognac. You need a shot. No, I can't drink dark liquor. Now, tequila, that's another story. I can drink that all day long. I have a bottle of 1800 and some Casamigos. Yeah. Ken Wallington said, please don't go to St. Bernard, period. Well, I got to say this, unfortunately, that's to me. So if they do drag my ass out of here, that's exactly where they're going to take me, to my final resting place. At least I still have my sense of humor, right? Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, with the Reverend Al Green, an Unchained Melody on Bedtime Stories. No, if they take me out of here, I will be I'll be hollering and screaming. Don't take me to St. Bernard. We can't hear you, sir. Don't take me to St. Bernard. I'm sorry, what was that? What's up, Ronnie? Take care of yourself, brother. I'm doing the best I can. It's hard when you're by yourself. You're used to it. I'm not. I'm like Hugh Hefner. I've been surrounded by bunnies all my life. The doctor that brought me into the world, her name was Dr. Fleming. Okay. She was the first one to slap me on the ass. So I've been surrounded by women all the time, from my mother to my aunts on both sides. So this is all still new to me. Even when I wasn't married, when I was single, I had people bringing me stuff, doing my laundry, cleaning my house, fixing me food. This is all new to me. You mean I got to do this by myself? Do you have Theraflu? Yes, I do. People start hacking around me. I go home and green tea and cognac and get under the lights of cover. I know that's who spoiled me though. Glow. Who spoiled me? You want to talk about somebody spoiling me? Remember the Cotton Club and I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself? Now, who did that? Who spoiled me? That's what I thought. Yeah. Somebody I remember used to stand outside the door. Excuse me, where are you going? Ma'am, I'm going to the bathroom. You'll have to wait. I was like, damn. She stayed. It's funny now. Like, what you doing? Ma'am, but I got to go bad. You can hold it. So I'd come out the bathroom. She would open the door for the next guy. Like, you can go in now, sir. He's like, I got to wait for this ninja? So talk about being spoiled. Yeah, you did it. You did it. We did a party once, and I probably said this a few months ago. We did a party for the guy who was Olivia's father in the Cosby Show. He in real life got married here in Chicago at a mansion in Hyde Park. They would not allow us to bring the equipment up the front. We had to go through this very tight, it was almost like a fire escape. and we had to bring the equipment up the back way, and nothing could touch the floor. So we had to carry stuff up this tight stairwell. I mean, it was ridiculous. They would not let us in the front door. I'm like, oh, you're not going. The servants' entrance. That's right, Rita. We had to go through the servants' entrance. And I never will forget it. And we were carrying equipment for days, it seemed like. The next day, I think my arms had gotten longer because it took us so long to get back downstairs. I was like, oh, Lord. I think I had muscles in my arm for a whole week from carrying equipment down the servants' entrance. I'm like, never again, never. I think it may have happened once or twice after that, but I'm like, dang. I'm like, that's crazy. But hey, you know, those were some of our adventures back in the day. You know, they said what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I believe that because otherwise I'd have been dead. You know, she was with me the few times that they broke into my van. It's like that van like had, you know, it's like it had a sign on it. Now you couldn't see in the van, so I'm like, broke in the van, took my equipment. Not once, but twice, but 3 times. She finally got this idea. We're going to put an alarm on the van. I said, okay. So asked them to take you to University of Chicago. That's the closest trauma hospital. Well, thank you, Ken. If I'm not going into convulsions or anything, I will make sure I have a sign on me saying, don't take me, please don't take me to St. Bernard. You know, take me to Chicago. And yes, I do have insurance. So, but yep, we put that alarm on that truck, that van, and that was the end for a while. But it seemed like every time I would get off work somewhere, I would go to a different club, and it was like they knew that it was equipment in the van for some strange reason. You know, wherever I went, it was like, oh, it's the DJ van. Okay. My van was parked at my job once. I never will forget it. I was working on 85th and Cottage Grove at the Verizon. And somebody broke in and took a huge flight case. It was a big blue flight case with two 1200s in it and a mixer. I'm like, y'all just don't give up, do you? Never saw that flight case again. Better not. They tagged your license plates. Yeah, they must have. Oh, this the DJ van. Oh yeah, we got you. You know, they even broke into my van on Michigan Avenue when I worked at GCI. And they took, and these weren't even my speakers, and they took the speakers out, which belonged to my nephew. I was like, nephew, I'm so sorry. I'll replace them. He said, as long as you okay, we're straight. I was like a target. I mean, they came and flattened my tires and everything. I'm like, they have an old saying called buzzard's luck. I had buzzard's luck. Like the song says, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. I mean, I'm like, dang. I was working for GCI. I get through doing the gig and I go straight to work with my equipment in the truck. You think they were following me? Oh, watch this. You about to go to 332 South Michigan. All right. Wait for me to walk off. And they're like, okay, we got you now. I'm like, I'm glad those days are over with. Equipment is a lot lighter now and more cheaper than it used to be. I mean, one speaker costs $1,000. Now one speaker costs half that price. If you get them used and get lucky, you can get two for $300. It's all the same. I know, right? Mm-hmm. Right, recyclable, yeah. Johnny Gill and my. Right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. And not one of the greatest voices tonight. So you got to excuse me. I should be good by the end of the week. Right now, I sound like Don Corleone. Anyway, hello to Rita, also to John Caldwell. Thank you for joining us on Bedtime Stories. Ken Watlington, he said, ask them to take you to the University of Chicago if you fall out. If I fall out, I won't have a choice where to go. I'd have to go where they take me, right? And when I come to, like, I just hope I'm not in St. Bernard. Anyway, I remember when I was at GCI AM, which was then Dusty Radio 1390, I would do a little joke at the end of I'll Take You There. And at the end where Mavis says, mercy, mercy, I would do a little, and the joke was, if I'm sick, don't take me to Jackson Park. Take me to, and then she'd say, mercy, mercy. So my boss comes in one day. He's like, you might sit on the board of Jackson Park Hospital. I'm like, that's your problem, buddy. You're from Pittsburgh. You don't know any better. What's going on to Edward T. Bell? What's going on, brother? Thanks for being on my live. Here's Climax, and I miss you, Rita Michelle. I rescued LaDonna Tittle one night on the LSD and brought her to Michigan Avenue address just in time for her show. I know the pathetic lives that we live, right? That whole radio thing, yeah. I know, right? Man, I got to get there in time for my show. Troy said, do you want a funk by Sylvester? Coming right up. I was just thinking how appropriate that song title is. I'm going to leave that right there, Rita. I'm going to leave it right there. Set it right there. And just walk away. But anyway, here's the update on the van. I spent $300 to get the van, right? $300. This van had been in a garage, and the garage caught on fire, but the van didn't catch on fire. The garage burned down around the van. The only problem with the van was it was just singed. Originally, it was a white van. Well, now it's a tan van. So, let me see. So it needed a water pump. So I got that. It needed a transmission. So I got that. The sliding door slides open. So I had to pay $40 for a lock that the guy couldn't put on. I was like, okay. Obviously, you didn't think this out after he drilled 2 holes on the side door. What he ended up doing was what I did originally, and that was to put 2 bungee cords on the top of the truck, the van, to keep the door from coming open. I'm like, I could have done that and saved $40. Really? I gave you $40 to do what I did before I brought it to you. Bungee cords. I know DJ Carl Dobbins. I know. Decap. But anyway, so that was it. So he put one more bungee cord than I had on there and just strapped it down from the outside. I'm like, bravo. So can I get that $40 back? So it was $500 to fix the transmission. I know, right, Ed? But see, I'm in no condition to whoop nobody's ass at this point. I'm just trying to get my voice back. I just got my balance back. My cold was that bad. People are like, you sure you ain't got COVID? COVID is when you can't breathe. I can breathe fine. I breathe perfectly. I just, was coughing up phlegm and sneeze. Well, I wasn't even sneezing. So, that's my fault. Because I thought he was going to get one of those round locks that you see on the vans. I thought he was going to put one of those. He came out with this latch. I'm like, you put that latch on the damn door when you try to keep somebody out of your crib. They ain't supposed to go in there. That's one of them, what I call the Tom Dart lock. The big old padlock. Put the green sign on there, do not trespass. I'm like, well, my stuff is in there. Anyway. So I'm like, so that's an hour of my life I can't get back from him drilling 2 holes into my van. They're little holes, they can be fixed. I'm going to get it painted anyway for the summer. Would you say you still available? My man. So, what are you, a mechanic? What do you do, Ed? If you fix cars, I mean, hey, give me a call. You inbox me your number. I know you worked on cars. I haven't seen you in almost 30 years since we left Kennedy King together. So I don't know what everybody's doing. I've talked to Alonzo Commons since then, Mark Whitten. Of course, Maurice, he calls me all the time. Maurice King. PJ, talk to him all the time. Just about the whole Buzzard crew, except for, maybe Robert Hazard and you. I mean, everybody else. We never found out what happened to Antonio T. Bell. He just fell off the face of the earth. He don't have a Facebook page or nothing. I'm like, well, damn. He was, he was the most popular because he made himself that popular. I remember when little girls were coming over from Roberson to see what we looked like. That was the only station they could pick up. Yeah. On these work. Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, I don't need no help whooping no ass. I got my baby mama to take care of my lightweight. She'll do that. You know. I know, right? No, my baby mama, she does security for the Shawlights. Need I say more? She's the she's the head of security. Go figure, right? Ain't nobody shooting Marshall Thompson. Nobody. Please. She will slap the gun out of your hand before you. What you doing? Mm-mm-mm. Rita said, and I can back her up. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Rita was in the service when I met her. She was going into the service. That was 30 years ago. Good to see you too, Ed. It's always great to see you, brother. I used to pray for you and the other ones that but I'm not gonna tell you business. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you. We all had, you know, we all had vices. We all had demons. We all had things that held us back, but we didn't let it hold us back. We lived to this age or these ages that we are, that we can talk about it. I used to see Reggie Miles all the time, and I would just, you know, I'm like, look at you. He said, yeah, God don't make no mistakes. He said, I've been through the fire, and he's still going through the fire. He lost his wife this year. He's still going through it. He's a trooper. He should have been a fireman because he can walk through it. He walks through fire. I would still say yes to you again. Yes, I would. Edward T. Bell, Edward Theodore Bell. Yes, your whole government name, brother. I prayed for brothers like you to come out of whatever it was that we were going through at the time. Like I said, we all had vices. We all had things that would hold us back. But we have reached these ages that we are by the grace of God. We didn't let anything hold us back. And brother, I love you. I love you, brother. And it's good to see you on my live. I really appreciate you. You know, that's all I want to tell everybody. That I love them. I really do. I ain't dying or nothing, so don't get it in your head that, oh, is this his last broadcast? Is he dying? No, I got a cold. That's it. This too shall pass. Here's Atlantic Star. If your heart isn't in it, ain't nothing was holding you back but yourself. Nothing. And look at you. Look at you now. Look at you now, man. You know, I ain't preaching, but I can about God's goodness, his mercy, and his grace endureth. And I believe it. I believe it. I've been in situations where I thought, this is it. This is it. That's all. I'm done. Mhm. That night that my van stopped on me, I'm like, I'm not going to get home. I, I called 50 tow trucks, and one finally came that took credit cards. Not credit cards, but debit cards. All of them said, we don't take debit cards because you can, cancel the charge and say we never came and got you. I said, bruh, do I look like I would do that? They're Hispanic. We all look alike to them. So, did you feel well enough to go to church yesterday? No. Like I was saying earlier, the bishop from the first church called me. He said, man, you just right up the street. I'll send a car to get you. I said, bruh, I can't get up. If I got dressed, I'd probably just sit there and go back to sleep. If an Uber brought me, I'd be no good on the drums. I'd be like Benny Benjamin, asleep. Papazita, papazita, papazita. I was wiped out, Kenneth. I could not move. I was on this floor since Friday night. I was on this floor because it was so damn cold in this apartment. I didn't even sleep in my bedroom. My bedroom was all the way in the front. It was cold. The warmest room in this house was this room right here. It was the only radiator that was working. There's one in the front room. There's one in the dining room. There's one in the bathroom. There's one in the kitchen. There's one in here. There's not a radiator in my front bedroom. There is none. I couldn't sleep in my own bed until I got home Monday morning from the radio station. When I say I was having it bad, I was having it bad. All that I'm gonna kiss at your parties. No, that don't happen no more. Mm-mm. And I was saying that to somebody else. I was saying that earlier. Back in the day, I had a harem. I ain't gonna lie. But you said time to move to Minnesota. Where it's colder. Yeah, okay. But Ken, I thought I was gonna die on this floor. I felt that bad all Sunday. Sunday was Christmas. It didn't feel like Christmas. It wasn't until 4 o'clock in the afternoon that somebody brought me some Theraflu, some juice, some food. But the heat works. Yeah, heat. Yeah, I'm sweating right now, like James Brown after a concert. I'm sweating right now. But I'm telling you, I couldn't get up off the floor. I was using my guitar stand as a crutch to get back and forth to the bathroom, which is right outside this door. 2 steps and I'm in the bathroom. I text a certain person and I said, bring me some Theraflu. They called me back. Why didn't you call me then? Why didn't you call me 2 days ago? Why you doing? Why you doing that? What I should have done was call them on Thursday when I first felt it. I felt it on Thursday. I'm okay now. On Thursday, I felt it coming on. There was like a tickle in my throat. I'm like, uh-oh, here it comes. And that was that Thursday. I said, okay, vitamin C, fish oil, honey, lemon tea, you name it. Green tea, black tea, it didn't matter what color it was. And then Friday, it just hit me. No, no COVID. It's just the cold, you know. And then I get in an argument with somebody that I work with. Well, have you been tested for COVID? It's not COVID. COVID is when you can't breathe. I can breathe fine. They started laughing. I'm like, oh, well, I see you're a little grumpy today. No stuff, Sherlock. I'm losing my voice. I'm supposed to be dancing a jig or something, you know. I'm just going to hang up. Okay, you hang up. You can hang the phone up in your ass. I don't care. I don't feel well. I don't feel like playing with you today. Maybe next week when I'm feeling better. But no, thank God you know, that whole COVID thing, it flew by like Santa. Gone. I've been 2 shots and a booster. Mm-mm. I'm not even claiming that. I know, because I know my body, it's a cold. Like I know my diabetes, when I get like jittery and shaky and stuff, I know that my sugar's low. I eat me a candy bar and I'm straight. If it's too high, drink me some water. That's it. The whispers, and do they turn you on like I do? I don't think so. Even with the cold, I'm still sexy. Yeah, right. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, thank you to Edward T. Bell for being on my life. I appreciate you, brother. He said, "Do you sure you have the COVID?" I'm like, we're not claiming that. I'm I haven't been around anybody who had COVID. You know, everybody I know has been, got both shots and boosted, and I wear a mask. You know, so I'm not claiming any of that. I'm not. I'm just not claiming. Most people saying, "Oh, I got COVID." Nope, not me. I'm not claiming it at all. Anyway, Bedtime Stories is brought to you by our good friends over at Grubhub. Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and WRLN, a Rainier media station. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I tell you, I remember in 2020 when this whole COVID thing started. Everybody was running scared because we didn't know what it was. And everybody had a theory about it. It's like, oh, well, it's, warfare against Trump. He didn't piss somebody off in China. So they're like, oh, we'll fix everybody. China has it worse now. They have it worse than we do because, they say, and I always say this, there is no money in the cure. The money is in the treatment. There are cures for everything. Don't get it twisted. Cure for cancer, cure for AIDS, cure for COVID. They just don't want you to have it. The big pharmaceutical companies, they can't get no more money out of you. Herbal medicine, that's why they killed Dr. Savy. You said drink bleach. I know that's right. Squirt some more hydrogen peroxide in my throat. Yeah, that ought to do it. Somebody told me that was a cure too. Here's many on bedtime stories. Would you say drink bleach? Mm-mm. Rico, Julie. Yeah, bleach is a cure-all too. Yeah. But if you drink too much of it, it'll kill you. Rico, happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Ah, time for some more tea. Here we go again. Yeah, for those of you who missed my birthday party, I have nothing bad to say about you. I just don't. Normally, I'd be like, you missed a great party. We had a great time in your honor. You don't have to worry about me inviting you to my next party. The people who came to my party, those are the ones that be invited to my next party next year, which won't be on my birthday. I'm having a private party for them. We're going to be outside somewhere, and it's going to be a party celebrating them. So if you miss my party, I ain't mad at you because you're going to miss this one too. And it's going to be glorious. Both of my pastors showed up from both churches that I play for and that I attend. One lives in Gary, Indiana, came all the way to the city to come to my party to stay for a whole 5 or 10 minutes, which was cool. Can't say they didn't see it because it was posted on Facebook. And I sent people private invitations too. So if you missed it, you're going to miss this one too. Yeah, you're going to miss this one too. Russell Baker, shake and bake. Yeah, the celebration was cool, bro. You missed it. But you will be invited to the next one. You gotta be especially. See, Russ has an excuse, so I'll let him slide. And see, it was his birthday too, so it's cool. Me- Heat me up some more tea. I'll be black. Yes, sir. John Caldwell. We'll do it. Sitting on top of the world. Sitting on top of the world. Oh, Al Goodman. I miss him. Last time I saw Al Goodman was at the funeral for. Why is my mic humming like that? Cut that out. Stop it. Last time I saw Al Goodman was at Squirrel's funeral from the Shawlites. He and I took a picture together in the parking lot over on 95th and Ashland at the church, the Holly Root, or whatever the name of that church was over there. He and I took a picture together. The twoAls, as I called it. And that was the last time I saw him. Al Goodman was one of the good ones. Billy Brown is the only one left. He's the last man standing in Ray Goodman and Brown, or as I call it, Ann Brown, because that's it. It's Ann Brown. Like the Shawlites and Marshall. Marshall is the Shawlite. It's Willie Hutch on Bedtime Stories. Mm-hmm. We'll do it. We'll do. Mm. It's something, maybe not meaning, it doesn't mean a lot to you guys, but the former mayor of Dalton texted me and just said, Merry Christmas, thank you, and stay warm. Stay safe and stay warm is what he said. The mayor of Dalton. Once again, you all might not think that's a big deal. But the mayor of Dalton texts me. And I appreciate that. Not many people get a text from the mayor of Dalton, let alone the mayor of Chicago or any other mayor. I've only met one mayor in my whole lifetime, and that was Richard M. Daley. I took pictures with him in my office when I was at Kennedy King. That was it. That was the first time and the last time. So, and a lot of people didn't like Richie, but Richie was just trying to figure it out. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, the tree was too far away from Richie. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Richie was not. Yeah. He wasn't the smartest. He wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm sorry. Vic, what's going on, Slick Vic? Slick Vic? Slick Vic? Yeah. Happy holidays to you too, brother. Yeah, Richie wasn't the sharpest drawer in the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know, he wasn't. Yeah. What's wrong with your voice? I have a cold, sir. That's it. It's not COVID. It's not the flu. It's not. It's just a cold. That's it. A cold with flu-like symptoms. It'll be gone by Thursday. If I keep drinking liquids and all that good stuff, I'll be all right. What have you been eating? Kevin Brooks. I'm not even going to answer that, Vic. You know, like I always say, you can't get pregnant by using your hands. So I'm just saying, you can't catch the clap with one hand. Just saying. Kevin Brooks. Mm-mm. No, I've been with no one, Vic. No one. No one. You know, believe that. Nobody. No one. Zero. Zilch. Nada. You've been in and out of places working. That's about it. That's the only place that I've been. Work, 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 and more work. Like Rihanna said, work, 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 work. And that's it. So most of the time I've had my mask on, especially at VON, because, you know, different unknown people come in and out of there. So on Thursday, I was definitely masked up. So, but trust and believe, it gets greater later. Alligator. And I think with the sub-zero temperature, that kind of caught me off guard. Because up until then, I'd been taking plenty of vitamin C. But, you know, I kind of eased up off of it. And they said 0. I'm like, whoa, okay. Going on vacation until January 2nd. My man. I don't know what that's like, but enjoy. I haven't had a vacation in, that long. Or you're on vacation, my man. Like I said, sir, don't know what that's like, but enjoy. Get some vacating for me. I can't afford to go to Gary right now. Probably drive to Hammond and run out of gas before I get to a gas station. And you all know how close Hammond is to the south side of Chicago. That's right. Netflix and chill, baby. As soon as I get off of here, it's back to the front room. Boom, boom. Your name. That's Frederick. No last name. Just Frederick and Gentle, right here on Bedtime Stories. Show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep. The greatest love songs of all time. Vic Jackson just tuned in. He said, "What's wrong with your voice, man?" Well, since you just tuned in, I have a cold. That's it. No COVID, no flu, no this, no that. It's just a cold. No COVID. We don't do COVID in this house. And I'm here by myself, so nah, that ain't happening. Anyway, coming up in our next hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. Right now, here's the first of two in a row from Phyllis Hyman. I'm so confused. Are you saying radio still don't pay? I never said that. But I worked for four different radio stations, and they all pay well. So I can't say that they don't pay. They just don't pay a lot to work at one station. Oh, good God.
Gals, this is Saria, one of Al's gals.
You're listening to Al Greer with Bedtime Stories.
It's my favorite drop. With all those ladies on it. One of them is my ex-wife. And I cut it off where she say, "And you're listening to my honey." And I cut it off. But I kept the rest of it. She was phony as a $3 bill. Phony, phony, phony. She was so phony, she had everybody. She had everybody fooled except my mother. I remember the day that I called my mother and had to tell her I was in jail. She said, I told you to leave that alone. I was like, ooh, mama knows. Mama knows. Mama said she wasn't worth it. She wasn't worth the fat flesh she was in. I was like, whoa, mama, that's my wife. I don't care who it is. You my son. I couldn't wait to eat. Mom, yep. Mom always knew. She said, she wasn't worth it. I'm like, Dad. My mother said, you can get it annulled. I'm like, Mom, the ink's not even dry on the marriage certificate, on the marriage license. She knew. She knew. Mm-hmm. She was calling my mama my dear and all that stuff. My name ain't no Madeira. Where'd she get that stuff from? I'm like, watching too many Cicely Tyson movies or something. I don't know. He said you should have listened 35 years ago. Mama always knows. Mama always knows. I don't care what you say. What's that show, Father Knows Best? Mama knew first. Father might know best, but Mama knew first. I'm just saying. And she kept asking me, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We were having problems the day of the wedding. My vehicle had broken down in the parking lot of the place that we had the reception. And I had to go and get dressed. She's like, well, you better get back here the best way you can. You're not taking my truck. Oh. The night of the bachelor party I wasn't supposed to have, she was like, I want you to go to the banquet hall. And I want you to take those tablecloths off, and I want you to take them to the washer, the laundromat. I said, what? I ain't think nothing of it. 28 tables. That's my girl, Phyllis. I'm truly yours. Excuse me. On Bedtime Stories. Show designed with lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep. with the greatest love songs of all time. Yes, Edward. My first marriage, the young lady that I was getting married to, I should have known all the signs were there. But I pressed through. I said, Lord, I'm going to show her what a good man can be. And she clowned me the whole time. The whole time. I'm like, why would you waste my time if you didn't want to be married? That was it. It was a time waster. We got married in August. We were broken up in November, right before Thanksgiving. Yep. It was a match made in hell. Said I would never do it again, right? Never say never. Here's Gino Vanelli, the first of two in a row on Bedtime Stories. Mm-mm. Would you say never, huh? Mm-mm. No. Party all the time by Eddie Murphy coming up. You're treading lightly tonight, Troy. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-mm. It's funny. What's so funny is, and when I first got married, my son and I were in the back of the church, right? And he kept saying, it's time, Dad, it's time. I said, it ain't time yet. It's like I was going to the electric chair. So when I came out with my son, they applauded. I was like, what's going on here? Slick Vic. They applauded when I walked out with my son. And at the reception, they were like, we didn't think you were going to do it. That's why we applauded. I'm like, I thought they had laid bets that I wasn't going to come out. They had laid bets saying that I was not going to go through with it. I'm sure certain people want their money back now. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Certain people were like, hey, they didn't stay married. That means I can get my money back? No. They said, I do. When it came time for her to say I do, she said it so cutely. Both her mom and her stepmom stood up and said, "Who giveth this woman to be married to the man?" And they both stood up at the same time. We do. After that, I never saw either one of them again. Her mom went back down to Dallas, and her stepmom, that was it. Yep. They were done with me. I could imagine, sir. I could imagine. Mama P, what's going on, Mama P? Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. I see you have a birthday coming up as well. It is definitely Capricorn season. Mm. I'm going to have to force myself to take a vacation and come see you. 71. That is beautiful. 71. That is a blessing. Mm-mm-mm. 71. Still beautiful too. Wow. But God has kept me and made it right. That's right. God has kept us. All we had to do is believe. Yep. 71. Yes, that is a blessing. What's even more of a blessing, you don't have to put up with this cold weather. Turn around from Gino Vanelli. Blue Eyed Soul. I just want to stop and tell you how I feel about you, sweetheart. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, just about 19 minutes away from foreplay. If I can last that long. I mean, my voice is going in and out. Hello to Savina Peggy, also known as Mama P, who will be 71 on Wednesday. That is such a blessing. You just don't know. I see pictures of you. It's like that weather's doing you just I'm telling you, you look younger and younger every time I see you on Facebook, Mama. That is truly a blessing. And you don't have to put up with this cold weather that we're having right now. So I'm sorry, I was having a moment there. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you and I miss you. Here's the Jackson 5 on Bedtime Stories. I got a little overwhelmed there for a minute, but I'm all right. Yes, it's good for you. It's good to you. You know, I know you don't miss this cold weather here in Chicago. I know you don't. I will. I'll take better care of myself. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. You know, you the only mama I got left now. So I got to keep in touch with you. Now I'm starting to get warm. Is this Mrs. Piggy? Yes, it is. The one and only. Who's been watching over her children ever since she left to go to Arizona. She's still watching over us. Nothing has changed except her address. It's always a treat when I see her, especially when she blesses me to be on my life. I really appreciate that. That does. It makes me feel even better, despite the cold. You know, because her husband was the best to ever do it. Dr. Richard Earl Piggy Jr. Rest in peace, Uncle Richard. Thank you. I love you. Don't start me to cry now. And we will continue to carry on. We will continue to make him proud with everything that we do every time we open up the mic. You know, sometimes I feel his presence when I'm doing production at VON. After all, that's where he got started. So, yep, every time I do something I think that's spectacular, I said, how was that, Uncle Richard? He would say, good, but can you do it again? But can you do it again? I'm going to try. That's good, but can you do it again? Yes. He was a perfectionist. You know, I used to try to impress him with stuff. You know, I bought this guitar head that we used to DJ with. and I had the mic plugged into one channel and then the music plugged into the other channels. I said, look, separate processing. And he just laughed. Just laughed at me. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Stay a While With Me was the name of the song. Yeah. And to this day, I cannot play that song. Every time I play, but I try not to play it, but once a year, and that's on his birthday. But I can't stand to listen to Sharon Ridley. Stay a While With Me. I just can't without breaking down. You know, I just can't. That, I mean, it was the most appropriate song he could have chosen as a theme song. I offer you a lifetime that, with no strings, no spoken words to clip your wings. I can't even say the words. And we'll live each day as it comes. Stay a while with me. The holidays, I love you forever. Yes. Yep, those two songs, you know, and sometimes I will listen back to some of my shows and I hear, I said, that's a Richard Pegee song. That's a Herb Kent song. That's a Jim Ragg song, and so on and so forth. But every Saturday night, he would do his show from the secret clandestine studios of the best music of your life, which was a warehouse over on Cermak. And he renovated and turned it into a office/studio. And I was amazed at how he set everything up, just using average everyday stuff. And he was a genius at hooking stuff up. You know, cart machines and you name it. He had all of this hooked up to a disco board, a regular mixing board that he bought, and everything was just, yeah. And how many licenses? Have you heard the new one, Mama, with Donnie and Layla Hathaway? If you can, look it up. It's on YouTube. It's the most beautiful version of that song that I've ever heard. I was like, oh my God. She nailed it. She nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. She was like, the look on her face is like, I got this. I got this, y'all. And I'm bringing my daddy along for the ride. Not afraid to cry. Night night. You know, when I heard that song, I thought it was a chick singing it. His name is London Jones. What makes a man, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you to Savina Piggy for being on my live. I appreciate you, Mama. I know why you had to leave and go to Arizona for your health. No, we just need to catch up with you. I'm sure you haven't had a cold since you left Chicago, right? Here's the late Curtis Lee Mayfield. So in love on Bedtime Stories. Whose birthday's today? John Lapp? Okay. Curtis Mayfield. Oh, okay. Curtis Lee. It's interesting because one of my ex-girlfriends used to work, her mother used to work with Curtis Mayfield's mother. They both worked for Illinois Bell. And she said Curtis was ugly. I said, Mom, he was ugly. Big old gap tooth, goofy looking. I said, yep, but he's one of the best songwriters of all time. Saved his money, got his teeth fixed. Yeah. He got better looking with age. Money make you look good. Yep, stone cold genius. I should do him for foreplay, huh? With a goofy bank account. I know, right? Right, Preston? Mm-hmm. He was goofy looking, all right, yeah. And say what you want. Say what you want about Curtis. What's going on, Preston? Yep, with a goofy bank account. Mm-mm. song that he wrote was a hit. He wrote Monkey Time for Major Lance. He wrote Rainbow for Gene Chandler. He wrote Let's Do It Again for the Staple Singers. He wrote Giving Him Something He Can Feel for Aretha Franklin. He was an ugly mother, but he could write his ass off in everything that he wrote for the Impressions. Yep. Be that as it may, he was bad. Wait a minute now. Getting ahead of yourself here. The late, great Curtis Lee Mayfield, and So in Love, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Yet for those of you just tuning in, yes, I got a cold, but my voice will be back before the end of the week. Hopefully before, Thursday. Anyway, it's time to do the Grubhub delivery dance. Let's do it, y'all. Whoa.
Get the food you love with perks from Grub What You Love.
Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Beds here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WTLP Indianapolis, and if that weren't enough, WRLN, a radio media station. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This group has roots to Chicago. As a matter of fact, their name was given to them by the great Eddie Thomas. Eddie, of course, was a record promoter extraordinaire here in Chicago. He was also the co-founder of Curtom Records. He was the Tom in Curtom, along with Curtis Mayfield. And they discovered everybody here in Chicago. Eddie Thomas was also the manager of the Roosters. He insisted that they change the name from the Roosters to something more appropriate. They changed their name to the Impressions. There was another group who were called the Ohio, the Ohio something. He said, no, because they were from Dayton, Ohio. And they wanted a slick name just like the Ohio Players. And I guess he saw a sign, and the sign said Lakeside. He said, that's your name, Lakeside. Tonight, we feature the music of Lakeside. Inside Foreplay on Bedtime Stories. Fantastic Voyage. You like the Like the behind the stories. Thank you. Yep. That's how they got the name. Eddie Thomas gave it to them. Lakeside Bank. Yep. They were like, okay, we're Lakeside. Eddie Thomas he was like the godfather of record promoters here in Chicago. You know, he and Emmett Gardner, they were running neck and neck. Emmett Gardner was responsible for Al Green being played here in Chicago. He took their records, or his records, to E. Rodney Jones, who was the program director of WVOM. So this guy's gonna be the next Sam Cooke. E. Rodney said, "No, he's not. He's gonna be the next Al Green." Al Green became an overnight sensation. Oh yeah, that drum beat. That's the funkiest stuff I've ever heard. That was their first song too, right out the box. It's all the way live. It's all the way live. It's actually two bass lines being played. The Fender bass and the bass keyboard. If you ever listen to Fantastic Voyage, you hear it. You hear the two bass parts together. You hear boom, 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 and then you hear the bass guitar. He's plucking the hell out of that bass. Yeah. Everybody thought they were from Chicago. But unfortunately, Eddie wasn't able to capitalize on them being in Chicago. So he let them slide. And Dick Griffey picked them up. And they went to LA, and the rest is history. He signed them on the spot. But the thing was, yeah, I know, we lost now, right? The thing was that Solar Records, Solar made them a deal. This is the deal, or this was the deal. The deal was that they got to produce their records the way that they wanted to produce them. They didn't want to use any of the Solar Records band. They didn't want to use any of the studio musicians. They didn't want Leon Silvers to produce shit. Excuse my language. They were like, no, We want complete creative control over our music. And Dick Griffey was like, okay, you got that was like a 4 or 5 album deal. If you don't hit, you got to quit. So they cranked him up. Shot of Love. What was the one? Oh shoot. Of course, Fantastic Voyage. They had complete creative control. Raid, all of those album covers, that was them. Solar didn't have nothing to do with that. That was them. This is what we want. This is going to be the concept for the next album. We all going to be in pirate suits. Okay. The next album, they was untouchables. They was all G'd out, like, you know, fedoras, and they was, you know. Yep. Shot of Love. They was all Robin Hood. They like, no, we gonna do this the way we want to do it. Fantastic Voyage put them like, bam, 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 pow. They broke the ceiling with that. Dick Griffey just sat back like, okay, I won't see you at the studio. We got this. Most producers or record company execs, they want complete control over everything that they do. Excuse me. Lakeside got carte blanche. Everybody else, the Whispers, they use in-house musicians. Leon Silver's on bass. What's the name? Walter Potts on keyboards, so on and so forth. Leon was the producer of all of their songs up until Rocksteady. Rocksteady was originally supposed to be a Babyface song. He gave it to the Whispers. He said, I know this ain't y'all bag, but I think y'all can pull it off. What caught their ear was that rock, when they did the harmony, rock, which is their signature. That's how they end their concerts. Because, see, the Whispers were only known as balladeers. You know, they did In the Raw, you know, Keep On Loving Me. You know, one side of the album was dancing, the other side was romancing. You know, this kind of loving I only get from you. Da, 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 da. But it was their ballads that, forget about it. Their ballads were killing them. You know, the Olivia and yeah. The Twins were saying rock, rock. Now that part, they sung it into a synthesizer. Babyface played it. He said, I want y'all to do this. He said, okay. So they said rock and harmony. Babyface pulled the keyboard out. He said, do that one more time. He said, rock. Babyface said, rock, rock. Like, okay, all right. We're going to leave you alone, little brother. We're going to leave you alone, little brother. You got this. And it became the biggest dance song ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. when they hear that song in concert, boom, tack, boom, boom, tack, boom, boom, tack, boom, 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 dot, boom, tack, boom, boom, tack, boom, boom, tack, boom, 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 dot. You rock. You know, they end the concert with that. They just step away from the mic and you hear rock, rock. They walk off. Like, we done. We ain't even sweat. Walter and Scotty hold it down at in Hammond. They killed it, not killed it. They killed it. Without Lavelle, without Grady, may he rest in peace. Without Hudson, may he rest in peace. And Big Nick, always smiling with the beard. Nick was the choreographer. And they would, Walter and Scotty like 70 years old now. They still dancing. They're like, pfft. They're like, we gonna still give the people what they want, as long as we can give it to them, as long as our bodies will allow us to. Bob Coleman, Lanier and Company, I love it. Yes, come on, bring it. Yeah. Yeah, Dick wasn't like Mr. Gordy. Mr. Gordy wanted his hand in everything. He was like, okay, this is the way I want it done. The band gonna do this. Y'all gonna do that because I say so, because I'm the boss. That was it. Dick Griffey took another approach. He's like, if you can do it yourself without me, you never have to see me except to get paid. They were like, okay, straight. So their stuff had to be airtight so that they wouldn't run into Dick Griffey in the office. Well, Dick said, y'all don't need no help. You got this, right? Well, we just want, you ain't got to run nothing by him. Take it to Wiley Hyder, let him press it up. You'll check it out later. Okay? What happened to the Manhattans? They all passed. There's only one, and I can't say that Gerald's an original member, but he's the only authentic member. Gerald Austin is the last man standing. I met him a few years ago. We were down in Rio de Janeiro. I never will forget it. And I tried to do a little lightweight interview on him. And out of his mouth, he said, well, I'm not as old as those other guys. I said, oh. And he was right. He was the baby of the group. They'd had hits when Gerald was growing up. They already had hits. But when their original lead singer took ill, they asked him to, join the group. At first he said no. So, no, well, we're a hit group. We did this. I said, yeah, but y'all doo-wop group. I don't do doo-wop. Doo-wop is played out. So they signed. They signed with Columbia Records, and Columbia Records sent them out to Philadelphia to record with Bobby Martin of MFSB. What did he do that for? It was like hit after hit after hit. after hit. Hurt. Here come that hurt again. Kiss and say goodbye. Hit after hit. Kiss to say goodbye was like, that was that. Please, it didn't get no better than that. That record was so good they recorded it in Spanish. And for the nasty people, Blue Lovin' did an X-rated version. It was that good. They were given their name by the late Eddie Thomas. The name comes from the east side of Chicago, Lakeside. That's Bullseye in Foreplay right here on Bedtime Stories. For those of you who thought they were from Chicago, no. Unfortunately, Eddie Thomas wasn't able to sign them and give them creative control over their music. So instead, they went to Dick Griffey at Solar Records. And they were like, well, we promised to do this. If you don't, you're done. So you better come out with a hit out the gate. And they delivered with the song, It's All the Way Live. Enough said, right? It's all the way live. Raid. Fantastic Voyage. They redid I Want to Hold Your Hand, which was a song done by the Beatles. They took it and slowed it down. What can I tell you? It's Bedtime Stories on this radio station. I'm about to say something else. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much. Greg Beasley, what's going on, sir? Edward Bell, thank you for still hanging out with me. He asked me what happened to the Manhattans. Well, to put it to you this way, most of them were, I hate to say it, they were already old when Gerald Austin joined the group. So most of them have passed since then. The last one, who was from the original group, Blue Lovett, made his transition about 7 years ago. Blue Lovett, of course, was the one with the deep voice, was always stylish. He just looked like cool Papa Doo on every picture. And he had that smooth ass voice. I miss Blue. Here are the Manhattans, the first of two in a row. Not sure. A standing ovation. We'll be back tomorrow. Come on, Gerald. I wasn't acting. I was crying. Crying. Look at me. That's not part of the show. Mhm. It's not. of the show. Congratulations. They said, Gerald. Yes, you should, but to the part. Scream. Woo, Jesus. I wasn't part of it. That wasn't even an ad lib. It's not part of the show. Oh, oh, oh. That's not part of the show. If they put together a Manhattan tribute group, I want to be in it. I want blues part. So I can come out there and do the monologue. This has got to be the saddest day of my life. I come to you with a bit of bad news. I tell you, the women that be eating it up, boy. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Have them crying, boy. Yes, I am.
His description is music, bedtime stories with Al Greer.
Come on, Blue. Baby. Ooh, wait. Boy, you jamming now. You jamming now. Oh, God. See, but the thing is, they need to get permission from Gerald if they're going to put together a tribute group. And they got to do it right. And they got to get somebody who sounds exactly like Gerald and somebody like me who sounds exactly like Blue. That's it. The rest of the guys, it's okay. They can harmonize in the middle. But they got to get a Blue and they got to get a Gerald. They got to get a guy who does those riffs and runs like Gerald does. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. Mm-mm. Did you say you take Gerald's part? I know that's right. Wish you were mine. What's going on, sir? Remember Red's Barbershop on 43rd where men would get their hair processed during the 50s and 60s. I remember it, but, you know, I'm trying to think who used to get their hair done there. Because most of the guys that lived on my block were older. And they had already gone through the cocaine phase. So most of them had lost their hair, so they weren't going to Reds. They were going to Mr. Dave's to get their hair cut on 47th Street between St. Lawrence and Champlain. The era of the do-rag, yes. Yep. Got to keep that conk up, baby. Got to keep it up. Can't sleep on it. You look crazy. Brother Malcolm. Gerald was doing a lot of cheating there, wasn't he? I wish that you were mine. Man, I wish I had a dime every time I saw somebody with somebody that they shouldn't have been with. I wish you were mine because girl, I would treat you like a queen. I would put you on a pedestal so high, it would take the fire department to take you down, baby. You'd be up there. Shoot, I would be so proud. Because, see, these women are out here with these guys, and it's like, these guys don't care nothing about you. They'd be in pictures and stuff. They smile, baby. Whatever. I ain't smiling. Anyway, the Manhattans on Bedtime Stories. Got a Manhattan story right quick, okay? They had I don't know who it was, but it was like one of those groups, either the Whispers or the Manhattans were having like an anniversary. So after the concert, they had like a little meet and greet in the back at the Star Plaza, and I was the DJ, and Malcolm Blue came up to me, and I almost peed on myself. I was playing some Manhattans. He said, "Little brother," that's how he talked. Made me sound like Mickey Mouse. He said, "Little brother." Them songs so old. I forgot we even made those. Mm, mm, mm. Maybe. Come on, Blue. The more I want to love you, the more I want to love you. Just loving you. It's all that's on my mind. Come on, Blue. Tell her. Tell her, Blue. Tell her. And I wish you forever and ever and ever. Inglewood. in my own home studio that I'm put together with my own little two hands. With help from Richard Pegee. Man, don't mention Chocolate Girl, The Whispers. Oh my God. They did that at the, I'm about to say the Star Plaza. Good Lord. They did it at, out in Hammond at the casino. They almost had to take me out of there, boy. I was like a white lady in church. They almost had to take me out of there. I had to. They did Chocolate Girl. I got the ghost. I was like, oh, they're not gonna do that. I was like, that's my baby song. Thank you, Malcolm. I said that's my baby song. That's the Chocolate Girl. And I fell out. I was like old girl in the Five Heartbeats. I was just like, sir, you gonna be all right? They're singing Chocolate Girl. I can't take it. Get me out of here. Chocolate Girl. You know, once they were done singing that, they went back to a faster tempo. I was like, oh, thank you. Hope nobody saw me crying. I was like, no, no, no. I lost it. I don't mind telling you all. They did Chocolate Girl and I lost it. I'm glad they didn't do I'm gonna make you my wife. If they'd have done them two songs back to back, they'd have had to carry me out on a stretcher. Hammond, the police department, fire department would have had to come get me. So are you okay, y'all? Y'all hear what they singing? Y'all understand?
He's the love doctor with your prescription. Al Greer with bedtime stories.
This has got to be the saddest day of my life. With a little bit of bad news. See you anymore. Okay. Because of my obligations, the ties that you have. Every day. Mm. Just one more time. Blue, you're hurting them. Look away. Don't look back. Mm-mm. You. Just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Carol. I'm gonna miss you. It's the hardest thing I ever had to do. I hate to do. Fellas, help them out. Don't cry. Say goodbye. Goodbye. I'm gonna miss you. I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm gonna miss you. And so do you. It ain't just me. The thing to do. It's good. And another guy. Maybe you string him along too. Please, won't you try, and say good. Come on, Uncle Earl. Earl Young on the drums. Try, gonna miss you. I miss you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. I miss you. My pretty baby. Gonna miss you. Don't you cry. Give her a handkerchief. Let's just kiss. Proof that good music never dies. The Manhattans and Kiss and say goodbye. And if they ever put together a tribute group for the Manhattans, I want to be Blue Lovett. With his cool ass. He was just cool. In every picture you look at him, he's just hair just coiffed. They may have on the same suits, but they don't look the same on Blue. Blue was just cool. On one picture he's looking the other way like, yeah, I'm bad. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. The coolest of them all. Gerald Austin, Blue Lovett, and the rest of the Manhattans. Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And recently, I was at the, I keep wanting to say the Star Plaza, but it's no longer with us. But I will say the Hammond Casino. And the Whispers did this song. And you could have bought me for a penny for my chocolate girl. Thanks for getting me up off the floor, girl. Thanks for getting me off the floor. Hear the Whispers on Bedtime Stories. Ooh. Untrue. Girl, let girl. Come on. Dream. Okay. Lit bars. Night lit girl. From the album Bingo, Little Red Riding Hood. Little red, red riding. Little red riding. I'm in fun. Red wolf. A man about town. That ain't me. Mhm. That ain't tied down. Little red riding. Girl, I know you could. Honey, fall in love. Honey, fall. Oh, Dino. From the Three Little Pigs. Ask them for. I'll be extra good. All right, Ed. Take care, man. Thank you. Honey, let me love you. Honey, let me love you. from the album Bingo, produced and recorded in Sigma Sound Studios over in Philadelphia. Yeah, Walter and Scotty out front. Little Red Riding Hood right here on Bedtime Stories. Just about out of here, but I got another personal song to play. And she knows who she is, right? So I'm going to just play the song. Pretty brown eyes. Oh, da, 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 da. Splatting, splatting, boom. Breaking my. What's up, Fox? You jinxed me. I lost my voice too. Fox. Did you get your voice back? Because mine is gone. Mine is shot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fox. Pretty brown eyes. Mm-hmm. Breaking my heart. Yeah, but not much. I don't have much of a voice, but it's like pretty shaky right now. Spent the whole weekend on the floor in the studio. It was the warmest room of the house. Right here on this floor. Took the pillows off the couch. Made me a little pallet on the floor from Friday until Sunday. Yep. I was like, okay, that's okay. When I get off the air, I'm going straight to bed. It finally warmed up in my apartment. I guess with the temperature change, either that or enough people in the building complained about it being cold in here. So, yeah, they kind of forced the landlord's hand. I wasn't going to say nothing because I don't You know, I don't get down like that. It'd have to be something serious. Because romance. Go on, Stokely. The swing, yeah. You send me swinging. Beautiful and kind. I hope to have my voice back before the end of the week. I got a New Year's Eve party to do. But by Saturday, it should be like 40, 50 degrees. Swing. Don't mix too much medicine. I hear you, bro. Swing, yeah. I can't do nothing but feel better. Let me see what you got, Greg Beasley. Mm-mm. You send me swing, yeah. Won't let me open it, Greg. Yeah, it won't let me open it. Let me swing in. Mhm. Send it to me in a separate text and I can open it up. You're in a rough mint condition. You send me swinging. Good night to Ken, Kenesha, John Caldwell, Brother Edward T. Bell, and everybody. Thank you so much for being on my live. Greg Beasley, if you could send that song to me in a separate text on Messenger, I'm sure I should be able to open it up. Okay? All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to our affiliates for taking this extra few minutes for bedtime stories here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WTLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and WRLN, the best music of your life. Thank you so much. Hopefully I get my voice back real soon. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, nurse. Mm-mm. All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. I'm still sicky poo. So I'll holler. I was going to say, Fox, holler at me later, but you can't. And I can't holler at you because this is as loud as my voice gets. But thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for staying up with me. Ed, Vic, even Troy, even though Troy wasn't so much of an asshole tonight. And of course, those Nazi fools, you know, they don't know the difference between black folks and Native Americans, but that's okay. We forgive them. You have to forgive idiots, okay? Good night, y'all. Peace out. Oh, man, I got that. I got you on the next show.